Hello, welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching Piano no Mori episode 5. So I know this episode is from last week. It took me until, I believe, Thursday, Wednesday, to actually get a copy of it. Last Wednesday. And then by the time I was actually going to record it, I figured I might as well wait for Monday when it's supposed to be released and do 5 and 6 together. But 6 has not been released yet. So I'm just going to do 5. And whenever 6 is released, I'll just record it then. It could be Wednesday, it could be Thursday. From what I saw, this episode was released on a Thursday on Kiss Anime, but the link I was given was a Wednesday, so it was released then. So anyway, last episode. Oh god. Need names. Did I write names down? Yeah. Kai and the rest of the contestants for this competition all had their turns. The girl, whose name I cannot remember, the one that he was arguing with in episode 4 and ended up becoming friends with, she was the first one to go in the 4th episode and played really well. She was able to imagine herself in her, I guess, quiet place, and imagined her dog there, which is a requirement. She said her dog needs to be there with her. Oh god, what was the name of the dog? I know she kept calling Kai by the dog's name. Was it Nancy or something like that? I can't remember. So yeah, she played really well. And then the next contestants came up. They didn't show any of their They didn't show any of their performances. And then they got to Kai, who went up to the piano, seeing all kinds of different, I think it was Mozart, all being people that he knows, just dressed up as Mozart. And it was basically symbolizing that he hadn't gotten over, well, not really gotten over, but he hadn't figured out how to play the song in his style. So when he started playing, he was doing it in Ajino's style. In fact, a lot of the judges were saying that it sounded really familiar, and Shuei's dad actually recognized it as Ajino, like it was him playing. And partly, excuse me, sorry, it's like 2 in the morning right now. Partway through his set, he stops. And he takes off his tie and kicks off his shoes and starts playing the piano like it's the piano in the forest. Which is actually the title of the series. And it's become more his style now. More free and fun. In fact, one of the judges was having a good time listening to it. And everybody was basically blown away by the way he played the song. Once that was over, they had to wait for the results to find out who was going to move on to the next competition. Um, Shuei's basically, he's pretty much expecting Kai to take first place on that because of his performance. In fact, everybody is expecting that. However, because he stopped partway through his performance and took off his tie and shoes, he was basically disqualified from the competition. A few of the judges were arguing that he should not be disqualified, that he played amazingly and should move on. But they can't just let him go through and then expect others to not want the same treatment. So they had to disqualify him. So when the paper was brought out showing who was moving on, it was the top 10. His name wasn't there. The girl who had become friends with him was very surprised and just basically devastated that he didn't make it. I'm sure he is completely like, I mean, he didn't show it much outside. He was trying to act tough, that it didn't bother him, that he'll just, move on. But after he found out that he was going to be able to play, oh God, what's the name of that composer? Chopin. That he was going to be able to play his piece because it was a requirement. He was getting super excited about playing and going to the next round. But now his dreams are crushed. But we already knew that he wasn't going to be able to play it this time based on the opening of the first episode where he's playing in front of a crowd and he's thinking to himself that he's finally on the stage where he can play his song, his piece. So we knew already that he wasn't going to play that time. Still devastating, though, especially since he did have, according to everybody, the best performance. So he should have moved on, but seeing as how he broke some of the rules, and they can't just let him go by, otherwise they're going to have to do that for everybody else, he couldn't go. So he's probably pretty devastated, but he's trying to act tough. He's trying not to show that it's bothering him that much. And other than that, it ends basically there, with him walking outside. I think it was raining. And being pretty sad. They didn't show Shuei. They didn't get his thoughts on him not moving on to the next round. Or his parents. But maybe they'll do that in this episode. I'm sure a lot of you who watch the series already know. But, again, I was trying to watch this and episode 6 together, and 6 didn't come out yet, so I might as well just do it now. Anyway, let's move over a little bit. Video is going to be located over here, and the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1. Wait, 1 second. Okay, yeah. Okay, now we're going to start it in 3, 2, 1.